Hey everybody, and welcome back to our playthrough of Arx Fatalis. Where last episode I spent the entire time walking around a city, mining, and that's about it. It's kind of a tour of the town. And talked to the king finally, got him. What was our mission? Our mission was bring. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to talk to the king of the trolls, but at the moment there's a troll strike going on, so it's dubious. That's what I remember what I was gonna do. We're gonna have story time with Arx, with this really creepy Naga lady standing on a pentagram, who is definitely gonna be an evil person later on. But yeah, in the meantime, let's read the story. Which part should I start on? Stop making weird sounds though, please. Alright, Guild of Travelers by the Sage Dormal. F. The Guild of Travelers was the first institution created after the death of Arx's son. Its origins stem from a handful of die-hard survivors who did not want to join the rest of the population underground. These rare survivors developed techniques for resisting the cold by ingesting alchemist drugs. They built their own shelters from ice and bred dogs which were also able to resist the cold. They were joined by other men and women who were not afraid of the cold and who also wanted to venture out to the other cities. Out of these journeys was born the Guild of Travelers, which is now the only remaining means of communication between the underground cities. They are always well respected and eagerly welcomed. For they are the only people able to bring news from outside. She's gonna keep talking, isn't she, while I'm doing this? The Ancient Gods by Abdul Al-Raif. How many pages is this? At least the lore books are not that long. In the beginning... I have to keep stopping whenever she says something. In the beginning, the gods were omnipotent. They reigned over Arx for eons before humans made their first appearance. We know very little about the gods apart from the fact that they seem to be full of wrath at the proliferation of humans and disappeared from the surface of the earth. Some very ancient writings suggest that this disappearance was caused by a lack of faith the first mortals showed in them. Two gods stayed longer than all others before disappearing. Their names were Zahark and Zahra. Kraza, rather. Zahark was the most powerful of all gods. He was thunder, lightning, and earthquakes. He was storms, hurricanes, and everything that represented the brutal force of nature. But his power was only liberated by Krahaz. Krahaz was the goddess of equality, guardian of equilibrium and... goddess of equity, guardian of equilibrium and equality. They both needed each other, which could be why they stayed longer than the other gods. But finally, they disappeared like the rest. Modern times saw ancient beliefs abandoned, and humans who could create magic themselves had their turn in controlling the earth and light. Humans entered a new conceptual era where they had more belief in their own capabilities and only turned to the gods for marginal things such as fertility or hedonism. They revered the gods of negotiation, gold and luck, and even the gods of the poor, but these first gods, the gods of the brutal forces of creation, had no place in the pantheon. Since the start of the new era and this shift of faith, the most powerful gods have retreated to their own dimensions called the Nodden, where they await new worshippers to enable them to return. Fair enough. You are creepy, lady. You have like a Rita Repulsa type headdress going on, and these bug-like extensions which do not help. And you have non-human arms, and you're a Naga lady. I'd really... Stop making weird sounds while I'm here. I'm just reading your books. I'm doing some story time. You're just like interrupting my storytelling. Jeez. Okay, that's all the books on that side. Can't open that door. Okay. Know Your Gods and Demons by the theologian Braconus. How long is this? That is a blank page. Fair enough. Alador, created an omnious, benevolent god, seems to have retired after giving humans free reign over his dimension, and in particular the capacity to control their own destiny. He is assumed to have been very powerful, but he never put his full powers on display before leaving the dimension of Omnius. Zarm, created by Omnius, evil god, the exact opposite of the previous god. Zarm was very angry with Alador for the independence he gave to humans. Seeing that he could not take this away from them, he undertook to try and get them under his control by reducing them to slavery. Akba. Oh, it's the god I think that the goblins are working towards. Or working for, rather. And bringing human sacrifices to. A dude that I can't remember the name of, but definitely in service of Akba. Created by Kultik, evil god, named the god of destruction because he destroyed Kultik completely. He was initially adored by his followers because of the help he gave them during the wars and conflict. Tirkio, created in Arx, benevolent god, despises the futility of the rich. It is advisable to get rid of all your gold pieces before doing any kind of business with them. Okay. I wonder if she's chanting magic spells, and once I get the runes for it, I can actually do what she's saying, and there are spells that work. Because she's clearly saying spells. The races of Arx. Ooh, wow, this is a longer one. Okay, this is going to be a bit. Okay, the races of Arx. Relationships between the different races in Arx have always been difficult. The goblins were the most populous of all the races due in part to their high fertility rates. However, as they were never able to organize themselves into a united kingdom, they gradually lost their predominant position. Fundamentally, goblins are not very intelligent. They have their own language and mostly speak a kind of pidgin version of human language. They are always looking for something to find fault with, constantly annoying the person they are talking to. They are liars, arrogant, cowardly, and extremely lazy. The only time the goblins were allies of the human was during the time of the Great Treaty. During this time, they helped build the Underground Kingdom, putting their natural aggression and bad manners aside for a while. However, after the work was complete and they had settled in, they slipped back into their old ways. It seems that trading gemstones is the only peaceful activity even the most tolerant of each races can bear. Trolls are a different kettle of fish. Even if it seems that their origins are similar to that of goblins, they are completely different. They are very weak-willed, interesting, and are creatures that seem to live in slow motion. They are not aggressive and are much more often benevolent, but their monstrous strength and legendary stamina make them both weighty allies and lethal adversaries. Their existence is made up of simple things in life, such as finding something to eat or somewhere to sleep. Because they are mentally weak, they are quite easy to fool, but woe become anyone who does so if they find out, as their anger is legendary. The Ratmen, who I've not seen at all, the Ratmen have always preferred to have very little contact with the other races. They communicate in signs rather than words. Oh, wait. Yeah, of course we did. He was the guy that murdered the priest praying to the gods at the very start. And it was in the main menu theme. Sometimes adding in cooing sounds. Ratmen are extremely agile and thus formidable adversaries in combat. Some of them are the biggest killers in Arx. They are very subtle and extremely swift. They often use poison weapons. They live underground in the city sewers when humans still lived above ground. Feeding off waste products and excrement seems to suit them very well. Until now, the few run-ins we've had with the Ratmen have been brief but bloody. They made occasional forays into human cities to rifle through garbage bins for food and rudimentary tools. Since they have been hidden underground in the fortress of Arx, they have slowly lost all contact with the other races and move around in exemplary discretion. Dwarves have a passion for anything mechanical. For craftsmanship and anything to do with engineering, they are also the best blacksmiths in the world. They have lived in the underground fortress well before all the other races took residence there, also. They are the only ones who know how to build mines and exploit them properly, and they often sell the products they mine to humans. They've always had an appalling relationship with goblins and waged numerous wars upon them, trying to eliminate them completely. One of their largest mines was chosen as a refugee in the site of the new city of Arx. They also helped build basic infrastructures on site and undertook many jobs there, apart from those on the goblin level. As they were already used to living in the depths, they moved further underground and continued to exploit their mines. The origin of the sister of Idurinium is a mystery. They look like hybrids between women and snakes, aka the lady behind me who talks really creepy. Their skin is covered in scales. There seem to be no males in their race, and we know nothing about how they reproduce. They are very gifted in the use of magic, making them the best magicians in Arx. According to a certain legend, they were involved in the very origins of magic. They have always been very close to the human race, helping them at every difficult stage of their development. During the migration, the sisters promised to help the king of the humans and created underground plants to feed the inhabitants and their livestock. Very little is known about dragons, dragons, wow. Dragons, however, scholars have noticed that there are 4,815 scales on every specimen study. That's a really good statistic. And that's it. That's all the races of Arx. So, I still don't trust you, because you do not look like a good character, but according to this book, y'all have been all around history helping humans, so I apologize for judging you based on appearance. That's rude of me. I'm just going really off video game tropes and the fact that this is a satanic pentagram at your feet. And you know, you really don't help your case by standing there just uttering magic spells in the background while I'm trying to read. It's meant to be story time, but no. I missed. Oh no. That was the last. Okay. Great inventions of Arx. Okay, so it's short. Human imagination has always given our society fantastic inventions. Everyone can remember the gigantic balloons kept aloft by hot air, which gave us such great capacity for exploration in the past. They also provided an excellent surveillance system against invaders, allowing us to keep watch over great distances. Another of the most fabulous inventions ever conceived was the submarine. Wow. They have submarines in this world. This marvelous construction brought us a new means of fighting off pirates and goblin fleets. This gave us naval supremacy during the dark years of chaos and despair. Lord Marco, creator of this priceless invention, is one of the most celebrated heroes in the whole of Arx. But the greatest human invention is undoubtedly the underground kingdom of Arx. Perhaps it is not so much an invention as a conversion of an existing structure. Its origins are that of an old dwarf mine with a particularly effective ventilation system. Already a splendid structure, it has become even more impressive thanks to the way the humans have organized it. The old mine has become a truly autonomous world, using all available space. Each known race was granted a level in accordance to the treaty signed in year 217. This kingdom is a living demonstration of what human determination can achieve, and you know all the other races that helped build the city. Okay, last two books. The Kings of Arx by Greenwick Wormhill. A lot. Not too much. Fatalis was our first king. He was the first to bring together the 5 human tribes living on our continent in the year 170. These tribes had been constantly in conflict with each other since the beginning, but not one of them was powerful enough to establish supremacy over the others. Fatalis was good and courageous, and he challenged and defeated the leader of each of the tribes in what came to be known as the Battle of the Shattered Shields. For before challenging the tribal leaders, Fatalis had ventured into an abandoned temple in the Wayland Mountains. From this temple, he brought back an enchanted shield, which allowed him to defeat all the leaders. As soon as he became leader of all the 5 tribes, Fatalis declared himself King of Arx. After this, he reigned over the new kingdom of Arx with wisdom, fairness, and generosity. He had a long and prosperous reign, despite skirmishes with goblins and ratmen, which, thanks to his military genius, he always managed to curb. He was less fortunate with his descendants. His first 2 sons, Elois and Nicus, both fine warriors, died during Fatalis' lifetime. Luckily, at the time of his death in 212, his youngest son, Luneshire, was left to succeed him, but he was still too young. Lord Poncet acted as his regent until the boy's coming of age, but he plotted to stop Luneshire from taking the throne. He was never very popular, and his little scheme failed as Luneshire took the throne in 215 at the age of 16. King Luneshire faced a difficult task from the start, as the sun began to decline over our world. He was the instigator of the migration of the population underground. He did everything within his power to save as many people as the dwarf mind could take. He had the diplomatic intelligence to sign a treaty with all the other races in Arx, without which the move would have taken much longer and may even have halted by the Ice Age, which was fast approaching. King Luneshire honored the memory of his father by transporting his coffin to a new crypt built on the foundation of a miner's tomb so that people would never lose respect or forget this great king. I'm on the last book. Please. Please, lady. Okay, it's pretty long. In ancient times, 5 human tribes inhabited the largest continent in our world. These tribes were always at war, and the more structured they became, the worse it got. After years of war and build-up of hatred, a man by the name of Fatalis came in and succeeded in uniting these different groups. He became the first king of the humans. After the Battle of the Shadow Shields in the year 170, Arx enjoyed the longest period of peace and prosperity. During Fatalis' reign, the only period of war was in fact the philosophical wars of the conflict we call the War of the Magi. However, even though this war was brutal and many people died in it, in fact, it only lasted a few months and had no effect on the political leadership of our kingdom. For the rest of his reign, Fatalis was faced with a number of threats. A large number of goblin invasions were warded off as rat men began to live in the city sewers. Battles were bloody, and this unjust war lasted a long time. But the kingdom's army, led by Fatalis himself, massacred their enemies, and once more peace reigned over Arx. The exploration of oceans began. Many strong boats put out to sea on the ocean seek new lands and new treasures. But in 216, a meteor fell to Earth in our world. At first, nobody thought anything of this phenomenon, but certain visionaries sensed that it was a very bad omen for Arx's future. In fact, just years later, our sun began to die. Light became rarer and rarer, and the temperature plummeted to dangerous levels. Our then very youthful king, Lunshar, son of Fatalis, ordered that the whole city move to a nearby disused dwarf mine. It was an enormous amount of work, but all people knew they were working for their own salvation, and not a soul complained. A peace treaty was signed with all other races except the Ratmen, with whom it is impossible to talk. However, their attacks became fewer at this time. They were all busy saving Arx, saving their own lives. A treaty was signed giving a level of the mine to each race in exchange for the work done. This harmony lasted 5 years during the time our son perished. Everything was done to save Arx's inhabitants, but nevertheless many lost their lives. In addition, nothing was heard from any of the other cities on the continent, and the logical conclusion was reached that they had done the same. It was not until much later that news arrived born of the members of the Guild of Travelers. Other fortresses did still exist, spread across the continent, imprisoned in thick shell of ice. The Guild of Travelers is now the only thing that allows communication and the occasional traffic of luxury products to flow between them. Apart from these sporadic contacts, Arx is totally self-sufficient. Okay, I'm leaving, lady. I was just trying to tell a good story to all the people watching this. Get a bit of history and background, world building to our world of Arx, but you just, like, would not stop talking. Like, please. Give me a bit of time. I'm what's it called? I'm trying to be a storyteller here. Oh yeah, there's the sleeping guys. I think I'll do what I forego doing last time because I had angered a guard and had to load a bit of a save beforehand. And just do a little bit of the exploration here. And by exploration I mean going into the kitchen and dumping a bunch of stuff I had.
We're watching you.
I know. That one guy got real angry at me. Are these cooked chicken drumsticks? Hello? No, they're cooked. Cool. I swear, she just drank wine. I'm gonna take this fish from you, thanks. Just gonna do a bit of cooking. I love how this is a mechanic. It's great.
One more day in paradise.
Should have been a cook. Would have been easier, apparently, he says. That's a rat straight up just in your pantry. It's not healthy. A lot of fish. I'm gonna move all of this. there. It's not like I'm using it, so. And it frees up a bunch of space. Can I just eat this leek? Not like I'm doing anything with it.
Action.
Okay, war, eh? Action. Regeneration ring, I'll just put over here. Key ring, I'll put over here. Logbook, I guess I'll put here. Oh, I did. There's a. I don't know what the shovel is for. I kind of bought it just in case I need to. I need to use it for something. Actually, you know what? Have this. Just put that on that shelf there. It's a gift from me to you. I'm not using it, so. Oh, that's annoying. I cannot. Oh. Okay. Save. So I have to go to the King of the Trolls. That's my next objective. I'm trying to think how I feel about the fact that enemies don't respawn in this. I like it because it means there's like a set amount of enemies in the world, and once you clear everything, that's it. At least as far as I've seen. But I guess that's the difference because this is an RPG with experience, so I am actively getting experience by attacking things and killing things, so I guess they don't want you to just keep going into an area and grind fighting specific monsters. Oh, doggo! What is up, man? Okay. I also definitely need more. I need armor, man. I'm running around with, like, my shirt off.
Please forgive the vulgarity of my men, but they are good soldiers above all else. They want to be sure that no goblin or illicid gets past the castle gates.
Are the goblins your enemies?
Well, not really. As a rule, we tolerate them. Sometimes we need them to trade gemstones and other things, but relations with them go no further.
What about the Ilcids?
Every time we find out more about them, it costs us dear in human lives. They are formidable fighters, powerful and merciless. We must be on our guard. They are dangerous enemies of the realm.
Yeah, I don't... See, in the races, I didn't talk about the Ilcids, if they're a faction or what. I do not... Oh, no, I do. Can I take this and you... Would you mind? Clearly not. So, AC. What is AC again?
Hey? I can't believe what happened yesterday.
I wonder what Carlo would say if I asked him about a little pay raise.
AC. I don't know what AC is. So right now I do 8 damage, 30 health. What's my defense? 34. 34, 36. Okay. No. Now what are my stats? 34, 36. I don't see any difference, to be honest. It just... Okay, wait. What does this increase for me then? AC 2. Wait, is there actually no difference? No, AC 3. Where am I? What the? I don't know how I feel. I might just... Can I put this on the wall? Just let it hang there, embedded in the wall for now. They didn't seem to care, so... This is damage 4, this is damage 5. I'm still using the club because... Might as well. Is that the dog being, like, angry at something? Right, so now... I'm sure it'll tell me... So each one of these, like, all encompasses the city of Arx. Or Arx. And so humans get the top level. I think goblins. This is goblins, right? Or that was the outpost? Goblins and trolls. But yeah, no. Regardless, I think this was the trolls. Each race seems to have a specific level, which is interesting. And I don't believe there's a quicker way, from what I've searched at the very least. And that I pretty much have to go this way back, because this is the main door of the city. Alright, back down into the mines, and then down into the troll city. Where I gotta make some conversation. Let me see if I remember. I don't think things have respawned. Then again, I'll know pretty quick. Again, the sound design and atmosphere in this game is top-notch, and it's very informative. If to answer if there's an enemy or something you have to worry about nearby. Inventory is very clogged. I might have to work on that a bit. Like, I should have sold the arrows. It's not like I'm using arrows. I'm not a bow person. This should be the Troll Kingdom. Yeah, because I have to go talk to the outpost man who's up here. Actually, I'm gonna go get some gemstones. Because I remember seeing a couple embedded in the walls over here. I wonder where I can learn new spells, though. Or if it's just like experiment with the different runes until you get a desired result. But I don't know. There's also that locked door in the Goblin Kingdom, or prison, that I don't know what's behind. I don't have high enough lockpicking skill in order to use or open the door. There we go. Where's my pick? Oh. Yeah. And I don't think the pickaxe has durability, so it's just a pickaxe that I use whenever I see a gemstone embedded in the wall. There's a couple in the spider pit, but there's no real reason for me to go into the spider pit, so I'll just leave it there. And hopefully I can get some information about what Gru wants for his birthday by going and talking to these trolls. Because otherwise, I feel bad. That guy's like an artist. He likes his music. The goblins make fun of him. And it's just rude. Now then. I have the letter, right? Hog, me Loonshire. Oh, that was King Loonshire. Wow. Okay.
Here.
There we go.
I have a note from the king of the humans.
You friend of Loonshire? You pass.
Neat. He's just this rude boy in the background arguing. Wow. This place is totally not intimidating with a... You enter the kingdom, there's just this fleshy mass of... Gross. What's the goblin doing inside the troll kingdom?
What are you doing there, goblin?
Yeah.
Troll farming. We have big problems. Trolls on strike. They not tell me why. They not trust me.
On strike. The trolls work for you.
Yes. Trolls strong. Them mine gemstones. Goblins clever. Sell gemstones.
Okay. Isaac the Foreman.
You see? Me thinking.
Let me just light a fire there in the meantime. Some cooked ribs. That looks horrific.
Me need solution. Oh, King Alata.
Yeah, just give me a sec. I really wish I had more spells, though. Like, offensive spells? Because I wanted to be a battle mage. I can't really say that as my character is a shirtless, pretty much barbarian running around with a club and a shield. But man, I need some armor, some spells, a gemstone, clearly. It's free money, quote unquote free. Embedded in the wall and nobody seems to be taking it, so I'm gonna take it then. Why is there so many carrots just sitting in this world? There's like carrots and leeks in a pile. It's an ominous place, by the way. The music is not helping the atmosphere either. It's very dreary and dark. Alright, so that tunnel brought me all the way around. Fair enough. But yeah, there's blood sprayed across the floor and this decaying mass of something, which looks like a body with a ribcage. It's kind of intimidating to enter the Troll Kingdom. I don't know if it was a person set there as an example or what. Looks like a... oh, it's a throne.
Hello. King Pog, I presume.
Nice.
I know you do not like strangers, but I bear a message from King Lunshire. He has something to ask you.
I is Lunshire's friend. You give me note.
Yeah, no worries. I'll do that after I walk around here. Because I don't think I was meant to just jump up there and crawl through. But here we are. I'm gonna take the traditional route and not jump up and crawl through the throne room. Just so I can see what else is around here. I don't want to go straight to the objective is the thing. If I have the option, I will explore. 3 gemstones. Yeah, I'm much less a battle mage, more a... like, I'm more a plucky miner that has to deal with, like, spiders in the mines and rats and goblins. My goal in life is just earning a living from mining these gemstones. I'm still level 1, which is crazy to me. Okay. Down here, and I assume I just like wrap around into the throne room. Not a lot of trolls, to be honest. So I'm hoping one of them is the friend. Of group. Guess not. Okay, I'll just give you your note.
Pathway blocked. Me want help your people, but first, humans must help trolls get back lost treasure.
Fair.
Since I escaped, I've spent all my time helping other people. But I have little choice in the matter, I suppose. And perhaps it would be good for my memory, so tell me of this lost treasure.
Bad thief stole our idol. Idol protect troll work. Stop cave falling on our head. So now, no idol. Troll not work for goblins anymore.
What do you do for the goblins?
Mining.
Gather gemstones in mines. Goblins sell them and give us little bit of gold.
Well, I'll get your idol back for you.
Okay, so thief, idol, Stolen from the trolls. It won't help me until this object has been returned to them. They will search the goblin area for it. So I gotta go talk to that goblin who keeps insulting me every time? Or what? I guess I'll see. I was really thinking that the friend of
I know why the trolls are on strike. Someone has stolen their idol. The thief must be caught.
A thief? Me heard rumors about idol. Goblins telling me. You follow me. Me open Goblin City for you.
Okay, sure. I seriously have no idea why my character was captured. Oh, no, what am I saying? As a use for a sacrifice for Akba. Please, pathing. Don't be weird. I know you're an old game, but this is all patched up. Path correctly. I don't want you to be spinning in place. That worries me. But yeah, I was right. Those were a ventilation system.
You not as clever as goblins, but me let you into Goblin City anyhow. You do quickly. Goblin King in big trouble soon, if not go back to work.
Why will the Goblin King be in trouble?
Yeah.
It would be just after all, considering your mistreatment of the trolls.
That's how things should be. Trolls strong. Them mine gemstones. Goblins clever. Sell gemstones.
Okay.
Open gate. Let disgusting human in.
Oh, all right then.
That guy's voice was very different. It's just like, oh, alright then. Well, that's funny.
You wanting trade gemstones? See a latar.
A laptop. Man, the normal goblins are pretty small, but these lords are beefy dudes. Come on. Really doesn't want me to... There we go.
Open the gate and let me pass.
That not possible. Atta, the foreman. He say nobody allowed in.
Sure. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I was right. Each...
Fancy eats human pie today.
Rude? Just intimidating.
Move on.
Rat was gonna beat me up. I better not get in trouble for this. These rats attack me first. Some aggressive rats in this world.
This is raw.
Hey, okay, I'm gonna eat it. Ooh, it lights up all areas that are near. That system reminds me so much of Black and White. The gesture system. Which I liked a lot, to be shovel. I didn't even need to buy a shovel. I could have just got one from here. Do I even have room in my inventory for pieces of wood? Clearly not. But those look like something I'll need for levers. Eat a leek? I guess. Ew. I have a lot of chicken. I don't think I need uncooked ribs. It's weird how I can't just drop them in a singular stack, but oh well. Not like I can do much about it. I definitely do not need all this. Yeah, you fancy eat human pie. Good to know.
Bugger off!
Hey, man. Jeez. Their chef is quite happy, though. Flour, flour, flour. Cookie dough. A fork. Cheese. I mean... rolling pin. What's in your barrel? Lots of chicken drumsticks. Everyone seems to be doing decently well. In terms of subsistence. These symbols are a little bit finicky. I just have a compulsion to turn on all the torches.
Go away, sticky human.
Oops. Sorry. Me come back later.
What?
Me hungry. You look bad. You leave me alone.
Okay. Is he taking a dump? It's gross sounding, man.
Engaged.
But this me home. What you want here?
I'm a gem dealer. Who are you?
You call me Lord Attack. Me could be king, you know. Alatar cheated Goblin election. Now, he stuffs face all day with cakes. That should be mine.
Right.
Only because you just stupid human. Let me tell you this.
Tell me, Atok. Lord Atok. What is there in the reserve that's so important that no one's allowed to go in there?
What you think? Me have nothing to hide. Anyway, who rattled your cage?
Who rattled your cage? I love the... It's not modern language, but it's very clearly not fantasy language either. The quartermaster. You have a key in here that I can steal off you? Guess not. Like, they use too modernized language in their cadence. Not just the goblins, I'm talking about the humans and stuff. They sound like modern people, but at the same time not really. So it's funny. It's pretty unique. It reminds me a lot, actually, of the tone that people in...
Our king, he loves the cakes. Our king in big trouble. Miners striking. Me no more gemstones. I need more cakes. Our king, good king. Nobody bother him, so I just slip the cakes under his door.
That guy is way too smart sounding to be a goblin. And he's way too happy. But yeah, as I was saying, the tone of their speech reminds me a lot of the Black Company series of books, which was not entirely fantasy at all. Like, they talk like almost modern, but at the same time not really. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to him. There's no point talking to the lords. They're big and dumb. I mean, most goblins are dumb, but these guys are just like giant... These guys are like dumb as bricks. Well, that chef, he had some eloquence. He like sang a song. A lot of pies. Whose bedroom is this? I have no idea. Okay. Oh, king, you has to remember, never ever drink wine. You is allergic to wine. If you drinking wine, you get bad pain. You're devoted to this apothecary. I'll take this, though. Disable trap. Okay, I gotta go find some wine. Did I drink all the wine that I had? Because I'm a dummy? Probably.
Locked.
I got this, though. Wait. Dang it! There we go.
There you go.
Nice! White chest. Ah! Sweet, I finally have armor. I look pretty badass, to be honest. Armor class. Oh, AC is armor class. Yeah, I'd look pretty good if I do say so myself. So what, I have to find, wine? I guess it'd be in the kitchen. Slip it under the door because he doesn't want to come out? Along with a pie?
Be back, or me too busy.
Yeah, I guess that's the only way. Get a... Why's my right hand... Are these because I pre-cast spells that my hands are glowy? Quite ominous, but cool. I'll have some wine in here. Wine? Wine? Vin? Vino? No. I don't think I saw any wine in here. It keeps making cakes though. How many cakes does that king eat? My goodness. Maybe Atok will talk to me.
Right. Get lost now. We need to concentrate.
Oh, there's one right here. Okay, I'm taking this wine. Ooh. Some good potions in this room. Thanks, man. I took all your stuff, but thanks. Can I just not put them in? No. I guess they're important enough to have separate slots. I really should drop... This entire thing is made up of weaponry. Now let's see if I do this right. How does one... We just drop the bottle of wine and it opens? I don't know, actually. I just want to bring this cake / pie over to the king. And wine, because it clearly says he cannot... And not.
Thank you, no. You bring more. Me hungry.
Huh. Can I put the wine in the pie? Is what I wanted. Or do I put the poison? Oh, there we go. That's a apple pie covered in wine.
Here are delicious cakes, Majesty. Me sleeps them under the door. Thank you, Anouk. You bring more. Me hungry.
Yeah, give me a sec, man. I got your pie. I hope this works.
Thank you, Anouk. You bring more. Me hungry.
There we go. I hear him running. What the heck? He looks nothing like I thought he would. I'm gonna go inside here though. Actually, I should probably save. I'm gonna make a save. Indigestion? Digestion. Oh. I'm gonna take this opportunity to just look around. Like, that's a that is a puzzle to open a safe.
Locked.
I wonder if this is why they gave me the tools to open this.
I can't do that. It's impossible.
Maybe it is just too hard for me to open this one.
That's not possible.
If I use the entire thing, I just will quick load.
Do that.
Yes, I'll just quick load. And then talk to the king? I don't know. Dude likes his pies, though. So maybe now I go to the quartermaster? He went right to his room, right? Can I talk to the king? Gross, he's like on the toilet right now.
My name is Shagar. Are you the king?
Can't humans see? Who you think you talking to? Me, king of Arx. I mean, king of goblins at moments.
I have to find the idol that has been stolen from the trolls.
Sitting there
I need to gain access to the reservation.
on the toilet.
Gemstone dealer. King of goblins, very busy. Go away.
Your Highness, I was thinking that a being of superior intelligence like yourself would understand what is at stake with the troll strike. If I go the wrong way and do not find what I seek there, you can throw me out like the lowest of the low. But if on the other hand, I find the idol, it is only your supreme genius that will have saved your empire from economic collapse.
Me? Me on own. Me decided let you have look. Open reserve.
Fair enough. That's funny. It's pretty much like you that's your idea. You were the one that came up with it. So the reserves are where? I kind of want to talk to the quartermaster as well. Oh, but where's the reserves? Clearly I opened what I needed to, but I don't remember where the reserves are. You the quartermaster? No.
Me soon have promotion. Soon be important. You wanting trade gemstones?
Not really.
Right. Get lost now. We need to concentrate.
Okay, time to go down into the reserves.
Lord Alatar eat all the pies? Me need that.
Where are the reserves? I thought this was the reserves. Restricted access. You said to open the door for me, man.
Move on!
It's not the reserves. This is just a chest. Where's the reserves at, though? Huh. I would have thought I was talking about this place, but I'm clearly wrong. Where are the reserves that I'm meant to go to? I'm gonna have to talk to you on the toilet.
Good king, your wisdom is supreme.
Yes, I know. I know. Leave me alone. Me saw that.
Wow, he got off. Well, okay, what happens if I just kill the king of king? I'm not gonna keep it like this, but like, just the concept of me actually killing the king is hilarious. I did it! Oh my goodness! Little metal key, silver ring. I straight up just killed the king of the goblins. Can you just murder everybody? Well, I don't know if that's very effective. Dang. Murder that guy. Bracelet? Bottle of wine. Come on. I'm very clearly not going with this. This is just an experimentation, but dang. Hello? Where's my key? Little metal key. I hope it just does the, you use the key ring and then it just tells you what, if it works or not. Did I just kill the king? Can I just murder everyone? This is amazing in its own way. Like, I should not be doing this. Oh man, that did a lot of damage. I murdered the king, by the way, if you didn't notice. Okay, enough fun. Time to go back and to not kill the king. So he saw me because I was rifling through his stuff. So now the reserves are open, but where are the reserves? I assume, like, at the lower levels. Maybe this way? Yeah, obviously. Now I remember, because I was talking to this guy and he's like, King says no.
Okay, human. You can go through door. You not steal anything. Be watching.
They're all 18. What's in this chest? The big old red chest, though. Chain leggings. Yeah, I'll wear those. How do I look with them on? Yeah, I look good, man. I look sweet. Okay, I'm carrying way too many of these. I'm just gonna drop some of them because they're taking up space in my inventory. So, might as well just drop them. I do like torches, though. 18. Can I not stack them? No, these are both 15, so I cannot stack those. Yeah, what? I can stack it, right? I thought it could stack like-minded torches. Guess not. You have one of those. I might as well go for a full rather than just a steel one. Save? Nope.
It's too complicated for me.
Ah.
It's too complicated for me. It's too complicated for me.
I just wonder if it's chance. Again, I don't know if it's chance or what. Because it's clearly inside that I needed. But what are the options for me? Because this is a very, very small place.
Locked.
Go away, sticky human. Move on.
I'm gonna go talk to Alok, I think his name was. The other dude. Because I'm not entirely sure what to do other than kill the king and take the stuff that he has. But I don't think that's really an option that I want to pursue. Gross. There's not a lot of combat in this game, which is nice. But thinking about it, I really could just murder everybody if I wanted to, which is...
Time precious. Go play with your stupid gemstone.
But I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Big old rope that I don't think I need to use on anything. Because I'm not good enough. I don't have the skills for it. Can I just talk to the king for the key? Goblin's happy... something. They really seem to like their music. I actually like that detail a lot. The charred because it's right underneath the fire. It's good. An attention to detail. What do I want to do? Like, where am I supposed to go?
Locked. Locked.
I'm just taking a moment to think about where it is that I want to go. Ha! King.
Good king, your wisdom is supreme.
Yes, I know. Me too busy. Leave me alone. Get lost. Me say no one disturb me. Me king. Me busy. Get lost. Leave me alone.
Fine. Yeah, because I need to be able to open it, but I don't know how I'm supposed to be able to do that. What does my idol... Because it's clearly in there. Why do they light up? There's just 8 that lights up. I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna laugh if this works. It says 5, right? Should say 5. I don't expect this to work at all. It's just... It'd be funny if this works. Okay. I was like, is this gonna work because of the code? It's like famous for 451, I think. But clearly not. I'm sure there's like a code somewhere in this room or in this chest or in the chest in... I don't know what I need to open. I could cheese it, but I don't really want to. And I'm just not smart enough to be able to open these doors. Or what's it called?
Locked.
I don't know what to do. I did get decked out a bit more, so I'm like happy with my appearance. But it's like, what do I do next? And where do I go?
Go away, stinky human.
Yeah, this is just a ventilation thing, so it does nothing for me.
Me fancy eat human pie today. What?
And goblins are so antagonistic. And full of themselves. I'm back here. Like, this chest is very clearly what I need to get into.
Locked.
I shovel it open.
Locked.
I pickaxe it open.
Locked.
Ah. Quick save. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
It's too complicated for me. It's too complicated for me. It's too complicated.
I wonder if he's just saying that, or if it's just a really low
It's too
chance.
complicated for me. It's too.
Yes, it is too complicated for me. You know, I think I'll call it an episode, because I'm like, I gotta think about what I want to do in this position. What I could do, which is very cheesy, is kill the king, open the chests, both. I kind of want to do it. I know it's not like, it's so cheesy though. Think about it in between episodes, what I want to do, because my options are not a lot, to be honest. I have to figure out how to open this chest or the other chest without killing the king. Otherwise, I can like just straight up murder the king, take the keys, look inside each of the chests, and then that's it. Maybe there'll be a code which will help me, but that's very cheesy. So I guess I'll think about it in between episodes. I hope you enjoyed the story time at the start of the level and exploring the Goblin Kingdom. Not a lot of combat, but I feel like there's not going to be a lot of combat in this game, to be honest. Especially if you can work your way around things. But, hope you enjoyed, and that you'll join me next time. Bye-bye!